The double standard is out of control. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. The Veterans Day 30% off. Veterans only. We're going to extend it through the weekend, so all the way through Sunday. The veterans can go on, click on the top tab to verify your status in the military. People that are already on the list, if you've already have the veteran discount, it moved up to 30% through the weekend. If you're interested in going to the Beating Black and Blue event, my book launch party on November the 30th in Gilbert, Arizona, the link is in the description section. Make sure you get you a ticket now. They're selling out. They're finna max out the capacity of the entire facility. So I want you guys to make sure you get your tickets. If you can't go and you want to support, there's also, when you look at the tickets, there's a donation button. You can donate to the event. What we make overflow from this event, we'll carry over to another event. I'm going to try to do a tour like this around the country. The publishing company not going to do a tour for me, so I got to do it myself. So if you want to support, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Let's get into this. The double standard, the double standard is out of control. It's out of control. Now, I met this young man. He was on the Candace Owens show with me and Candace, Candace and I. I don't know the proper English. Don't worry about it. I went to public school. He was on the show, and I don't understand why men, Americans of African descent, are so disingenuous in their approach to justice. Their approach to justice. And they want to claim that they are MLK-esque, but this is not what MLK stood for. MLK is currently catching on fire because he's rolling in his grave so hard that he's catching on fire. He finna torpedo out of the ground, rolling in his grave at these black men who are such social justice and counterproductive. Listen to what this guy, Hawk Newsome, now, of course, he's BLM New York. Talk to him, do some research. BLM don't claim him. BLM don't want nothing to do with him. And that's not a bad thing because BLM is a fake organization to start with, and they ain't done nothing good for black people, in my opinion. But he started his own little thing because, there's a money grab. There's a money grab and outrage black people. And the more radical you are, the more money you make because people are sheep and they follow you off a cliff somewhere. But I want to let you listen to what he said because I feel like this dude is out of control. And if this is a white man, they would call him a domestic terrorist, and he'll be on the terrorist watch list. He won't be able to travel anywhere, and they'll be talking about him on the news right now. But since he's black, he get a pass. Roll the film. Where's my audio? Right here. Now roll the film.
Go back to the old ways of policing, then we're going to take to the streets again. There will be riots. There
Illegal.
will be fire.
Illegal.
There will be bloodshed.
Illegal.
There's no way that we're going to let some Gestapo come in here and harm our people. Right? We pray for peace, but Black Opportunities prepares for the worst.
Co-founder.
I think it's Black Opportunities is new grift now. But threatened to riot. Riots are illegal. Arson, setting fires, arson is illegal. Bloodshed, which many can articulate bloodshed as bludgeoning people or killing people. Both of those are illegal. You listen to the damage that BLM has done and they don't want to cover this. January 6th, somebody count how much monetary damage was on January 6th. $1,000 or something. Somebody stole a laptop. Tell me how many people lost their lives on January 6th at the hands of the protesters. Zero. One of the police officers that subsequently perished in a hospital days later had nothing to do with the riot. Had nothing directly to do with the riot. But Ashley Babbitt lost her life unjustifiably on that day. Protesters lost their lives, but they didn't inflict death on anybody if you look at it for real and stop listening to the media. However, the BLM riots across the country terrorized the country. People were killed, murdered in these protests. and billions of dollars worth of damage over the entire summer. Millions in certain cities. Destruction of black-owned businesses. Black police officers were killed. Looting. All of these things that are counterproductive to Martin Luther King and counterproductive to our society, these people advocate for. And I'm not for counseling anybody, but if you're going to counsel people, this should be a person that is suggesting riotous, terroristic behavior, right? Let me explain. Terrorism is using physical force and intimidation, violence to push a political agenda. That's terrorism. And if you do it domestically, you'll call it domestic terrorist. If you're going to say, because I don't get the outcome of, I want a political outcome this way, I'm going to threaten violence. I'm going to actually enact violence to push a political agenda. You don't want somebody coming and cleaning up the streets of New York by pushing law and order policies, which is what the mayor of New York, the newly elected mayor of New York, said he was going to do. Hope that he does it. You don't want your community to be safe. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Get on a microphone? You ain't out there protecting nobody. What happens when a young girl gets taken advantage of by an older man? What are you going to do? You can't even name the last person that's been victimized. You need the police department to handle it. You can't arrest nobody. You ain't got the resources. And even if you had the resources, you probably wouldn't do nothing anyway. You ain't finna run into a house with an unknown to arrest somebody that has committed a crime. You're not finna go out there and handle gangbangers and thugs all day long with your life on the line. The police will, you won't. But I don't need to beat a dead horse, but the logic here is inappropriate. This is not right. This is not reasonable. And I don't understand how in our society we allow things like this to persist. But yet if a white man do it, he's a terrorist. They treat Kyle Rittenhouse in a way in which is more punitive than they'll do somebody like this who's instigating riotous behavior, arson, and violence. All right, I'm not gonna say that else. Y'all get it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about these people doing stuff like this and how, look at the effects. People have lost their lives because of this behavior. And it's totally okay because you're black. And I don't even know about black men do this because you look stupid. Martin Luther King was about peace, civil disobedience. That means without violence. But you know, they don't even know their history. They don't even appreciate our forefathers and our ancestors. They don't. This is a new wave of Negro that is not a respectable person. Anyway, I'm out of here. Peace.